Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham,
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber,
Hello.
and this is State of Atlanta. Are you guys all refreshed from your bye week?
Oh, God, I had such a rough weekend.
We're growing, right? We didn't say we were playing the fighting buys or anything like that. We ignored it.
Yeah, undefeated. The undefeated streak against the bye team continues. We didn't do any of that stuff that we just said right now.
So I feel like I got more football last weekend though than I normally do. Because usually I'm like, oh, I got Georgia State, I'm done, I'm good.
Well, right.
And then with no Georgia State, I was like, oh, fill the void.
Yeah, because like for a home game, you go to the tailgate, and obviously we have thanks to Tim, we have the TV going. We got the college game day. We have whatever early game would come on because we only play night games now. Apparently, that's a new thing.
Thank God.
So you're not really paying attention to too many games, and then get to your game, and you're just kind of blackout drunk throughout the rest of the day, and you just hope to remember what happened at Georgia State.
Yeah.
That's pretty much sums it up in a nutshell, right?
It's been good, right? It's been good.
And then this season, it's just repeat, right? It's still all the night games. There's
rinse, repeat. Yeah.
Look. Last week I took it easy, but I brought. So Izzy is now Lizzie, and so I'll try to get that right. But Lizzie loved it. She had such a good time, and so now I'm like trying to figure out how to keep that ball rolling because can't just be complainy the whole time. So
should be back in action on Saturday to cheer the Panthers on against Marshall.
And David, I got you. You sent me a link to the Fanatics thing, not a sponsor, but the only place where you can find youth size Georgia State stuff apparently. And I bought like literally everything that she pointed at.
And girl stuff. Like they actually have like girl clothes and everything. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And not absurdly priced. I felt like
it wasn't nuts. Yeah. I mean, I spent over $100 on her, but I bought like 5 things. So
yeah, but you didn't buy her a polo shirt because polo shirt cost us $100. Yeah. Right, exactly.
You got like a skirt, leggings, a shirt, some other stuff. Yeah,
you did the best dad thing and bought all the things.
I did. Well, I'm excited about it because I'm like I need you to be geared up.
I'm gonna brainwash you into supporting my team.
That's right.
That's
what do we do? What are we doing if we're not indoctrinating our children?
I have no
exactly.
No, I think about it all the time when you see pictures of like kids and like there was a famous pictures of like when Aaron Rodgers got drafted. He was like a picture of him in his Niners gear. And then there was was Alex Smith who went to the Niners. There's a picture of him in Green Bay gear and like trying to show how like they were kids. They had no idea. They were wearing what their parents put on them.
Sounds right.
So, but it's funny. So
I don't know. Kids these days wear like every jersey from every team. It's just they don't seem to like say this is my team. They just wear everything.
Especially with like all the kids, like the little leagues and everything that get the licensing of the NFL teams and the Major League Baseball teams to be like, we're the Douglasville Broncos, and they use the Denver Broncos logo or some crap.
Like sort of the same. It's just a different color.
Yeah, it's like their colors are like red and yellow, but it's the same logo as the Broncos. Stupid orange and blue.
The other pink is also like this universal team color. I feel like girls and women can get away with wearing pink because there's no team that wears pink, so it's not like it's not like purple, right? Where like JMU might come in town, but there's no pink teams.
Yeah, there's no pink football team, right? Oh, just soccer. Just soccer.
Shocking. My wife absolutely hates when teams have pink merchandise. She's like, don't patronize me for being a woman.
They all have pink merchandise, and my kid thanks them.
Yeah, no, my wife's like, no, I don't want to. She's like, pink is not a color of the Falcons. Pink is not a color of Georgia State. I am not wearing pink. I'm not wearing a color that's not my team's color.
Nah, but it is when you're 8.
Yeah, maybe it's when you're 8, but no. I guess that's the difference between 8 and 38. So
exactly.
Also, my wife is not 38, and she had these opinions back when she was 28. So
no, but
I should have said 8.
If you see a grown ass woman wearing pink at a sports event, like, come on, man, come on. But like a little kid, you let them get away with it.
AJ, do whatever you want. Age 38, get off my lawn, right? I mean,
age 38. We got blue and white and really red. Like look, stretch is red, but like you got 3 colors, all right?
And black if you're not looking.
Are we gonna do a color rush uniform at some point? Do like an all red uniform for one game?
I
Oh,
don't
not ever.
hope so.
Remember those orange basketball uniforms we had? Those were gross.
No. What was that for?
That was for
Samaritan's
Coach
feet, right?
Coach Hunter Samaritan feet. We wore them one time, and
When
one time only.
when they wash the feet and all that stuff.
When they go to Africa and do that stuff.
Yeah.
I went and I just looked up after that game, that one Samaritan's Feet game where they wore the orange uniforms. I went home and I looked up GSU orange shirt and found an orange shirt with white GSU letters on it. So I bought it. I'm like, I will wear this to every Samaritan's Feet game under Coach Hunter. We never had never had another one. Never had another one.
Isn't that crazy?
You bought
you think we'd have another one?
I don't understand what happened, because from what I understood, that was part of the contract he negotiated, was that he would be able to take the team to Africa every single year to do the Samaritan's Feet thing. He would do the barefoot game, which I think he did the barefoot game.
Barefoot game multiple times,
but not up there to the end. I don't think he was doing it at the end. Was
I don't think the last year he did it. Yeah.
I don't think the last year he cared.
But the other teams, the team did not wear orange. I don't believe there was like an orange.
Just the one time. That's it.
Yeah.
Just. I guess that comes out of his budget for team uniforms and everything.
Maybe we had to pay him extra because we didn't do it. Who knows?
Maybe that's
Sorry,
why he left.
still am not a fan on the way he left.
I'm not a fan on either side of. I think that it was handled poorly on both sides of the coin.
Okay,
I think so. It's a combined failure.
It's easier to blame Georgia State administration.
No. To me, it's easier to blame him because he's gone and he's in Tulane. He's in Tulane. What? He's not going to come back, David.
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad it was. The Georgia State administration was so bad that he thought New Orleans was a better place to go, but his family didn't. His family did not think that.
Yeah, lots of people think that, but like, yeah, exactly. His family were like, "F that, I'm staying here."
He's like, no. That's why his wife was crying at that last game. She's kind of like, I've got to go to New Orleans. No,
she worked it out.
Technically, she doesn't have to. He can always just come back here, right?
Yeah. She worked it out. They live here.
They have a house. I don't think they moved. I mean, I know she still lives here, but I don't think they sold the house at all. I think they still live in the same place.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, I'm still a fan of Coach Hunter, and I wish him all the success, so long as it doesn't bring anything successful to New Orleans.
I don't.
So
just marginally that split up, man. It bothered me so much. Sorry, go ahead, Tim. What's up?
You want him to do just marginally better than Tulane was before, but just not any better, right?
Well, they're doing better. Didn't they win AC last year?
No. They didn't win it. No.
I'd be okay with them losing every game moving forward.
Oh, cool. And now Siri is playing music in my headphones. This is awesome.
What did you ask to play?
Is somebody upstairs like choosing to play something?
It's playing some song called Neat. I've got no idea what's going on.
Nice.
Yeet. It's playing Yeet.
Oh.
Yeet. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but let's keep that talk down again.
Well, David,
I don't want to
take a hint.
Apparently, I should stop talking about Coach Hunter. Apparently.
Well, I was the one talking shit.
What did you do on the bye week, David?
Oh, I did the
fence, right?
As John said in the Patreon group, I did the bye week but there's Matthew said that it was the bye week activities, the yard work and rebuilding fence gates and all that manly things. I moved a trailer. I did manly things.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I got my smoker off the trailer. I got it down. It's now domesticated.
Is that the first time?
Has it been up there since last year?
The year and a half that I've owned it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you clean it?
It needs to be cleaned so bad.
Oh, no.
Terrible.
Yeah. It'll get some TLC in the off season.
All right.
So
that sounds fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Georgia game was fun.
Yeah. You went to Georgia. So you guys both went up to Athens, but only one of you is actually not watching the game on a TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tim.
We got so it was pretty good. We didn't go up super early like we normally do. So we went to lunch with some friends. Then we went over to the parking deck to tailgate. We thought, let's park on the top level of the parking deck. What could go wrong with the wind that's out here?
G-deck style. I love it.
It was
nice out.
It was nice, but too much wind. So
it was windy. Okay.
We had to constantly figure out how to tie down the tent. It was trying to lift itself up with the weights that are attached to it even. And then we saw other tents on the top of the parking deck just get destroyed. Like just all the metal bent all over the place.
Oh,
someone's TV flew off and fell out on the ground. It was,
you felt like you were at a Georgia State tailgate when they on the brickyard on the bricks with all
what are you
tents.
doing there on the
What
brick?
did you just do, David?
I combined them.
What happened to you on the
Why?
bye week?
Why would you do such a thing? Make it such a Frankenstein monster?
Just to have this conversation.
But it was a lot of fun on the top of the parking deck. A lot of good games on this weekend, and then at the game, you go to these UGA games. They're all spoiled. People that are UGA fans. I'm like, if we could get, I sit there and think 1/16th of the stadium, we'd be happy. And I'm like, how many people is that? And it's about 16,000. Okay, I'd be happy with that.
I just see like one of your sections, maybe two of your sections, just to show up to all my games every year. And granted, that one section is probably all Georgia State students. They're up there visiting their buddies.
It's just great. They have a great thing going up there. Good experience all the way around. I like that. I can tell that we try to actually replicate some of what they do with the in-game stuff and like the between the band and the music and the third to fourth quarter type traditions and hype. So I do like that we're trying to do that. We just need more fans.
We need more fans. Yeah, people show up. You know what? Winning cures all. That's what they say, right? Winning cures all.
Well, we need to do that this weekend then.
Let's do it this weekend. Let's talk about it. So bye week is gone. We got Marshall coming to town, and this was a game I was really, really scared of. But in true Georgia State fandom, the closer we get to this game, the better and better I'm feeling about it, guys. I'm feeling pretty good.
No, it's total toss up.
So when they're
toss up. Don't feel good. Don't feel bad. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be either a win or a loss, and that's where I'm at.
Well, they're coming off of a disappointing loss against NC State. If they would have beat, and they were leading,
they
NC
did
State
really well. Yeah.
If they would have beat NC State, they would have had 2 P5 wins coming into this season. They beat Virginia Tech earlier in the season, so that'd been huge for them coming in, but they weren't able to keep on to it. But the real news from that, and I know none of us root for injuries or for a player to miss a game by injury, but their star running back, their version of Marcus Carroll, Ali Rashid, is that his name? Rasheen Ali. He did not play, or he came out in the fourth quarter, and we don't know if he's going to be playing this game, which would be a huge miss for them. And if that is the case, it gives I think Georgia State a huge advantage in the game, because if you look at the numbers, which I'm not keen to doing, the teams look pretty similar. They're a little bit better passing, and we're a little bit better rushing. So the teams look very, very similar.
What about defense? Like who's ranked ahead of the other? Did you see that stat or not really?
Nope, I did not see that at all.
Hey, why don't you have all the stats?
I always like to look at total defense for the teams just to get an idea of what we're up against. I mean,
I'm an
they
offense guy.
They got to be pretty good. I mean, to almost beat they beat Virginia Tech, almost beat NC State. It looks like they struggled with Old Dominion, which who knows where Old Dominion's going to end up.
Old Dominion's all over the place this season. They beat Lafayette, and then
they're like us, like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Like the rest, like us right now, except for they're up and down.
Right now, I feel like we're not all over the place. We seem to be on the up and up. I feel like we're still we're trending upward.
We stumbled last week. We just stumbled.
Yeah. Troy's a stumble. Yeah.
Which doesn't bother me. The more and more, like I was so bummed out about Troy loss originally.
They're winning.
Wait, who? I'm sorry.
Troy State.
We said Troy so many times.
I know, but I had to get back to it.
I was so bummed about that loss, but like the longer it's been and getting over it, it's a out of division loss. It's not that big of a deal. We may see them again in the championship game, and that's a great recipe. Like I've watched all the football.
No, that's not good.
I watch all the football movies. Absolutely, you don't want to play a team twice. Like hell, look at the Braves right now.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want to play Troy because, Troy State. Because they do seem to.
We don't want to play them straight either.
They do seem to have. They do seem to have our number. Like in both sports. Both sports. There's only two, by the way.
Only two.
In basketball and football, they do seem to have our number. It's weird. It doesn't matter how good we are, how bad they are, how whatever. Like they seem to be able to beat us.
They do.
Oh, come on. You're telling me you do not want. So we run the rest of the season in the conference, and so we're hosting the Sun Belt Championship game at the park. You're telling me you don't want Troy to come in here and get some retribution over him? Absolutely, I do.
No, I think that would be one of the worst case scenarios.
I'm all for it. I mean, I don't.
No, I mean,
they're going to run away with the. I think they're going to win the West. They look. I mean, after the way they beat up Arkansas State last weekend, they're the legit West team.
But didn't South Alabama look really good last week? Didn't they? Like,
they did.
They were the ones preseason supposed to win the whole thing.
Yeah, South Alabama put up 55 on. I mean, it's Monroe, but still 55-7. Monroe
at Monroe.
At Monroe, they've had they had to like struggle through all the swamp of the nastiness and all the Lyme disease mosquitoes biting on them and crap.
Which one's the swampy one? That is Monroe, right?
That's the Duck Dynasty one, right?
In Louisiana, so. it's all swamp, isn't it?
It's not really any better. Like,
yeah, but ULM is definitely Duck Dynasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're the major donors to ULM.
They need to donate a couple more bucks.
Could you imagine?
I should say they're the only donors to
there
ULM.
You go.
Why can't we get a reality? There's so many reality TV shows based in Atlanta. Why can't we get the Housewives or
Housewives of Atlanta? Let's get them.
Yeah, come on. We need to have a Real Housewives of the Park. And I want to get a suite in there and have them in there.
I'll hate it, but I'll take it.
Would you watch it?
No, yes.
One of the Real Housewives got married in my wedding venue the day before I got married there, and they bumped our wedding rehearsal. And this makes it sound like that I'm rich. I'm not. They just ended up picking this as well. And so once we got our rehearsal bumped, my wife was like, when the season comes out, I'm watching this entire season. She watched the entire season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. To my knowledge, the only one she ever watched, just to see our wedding venue in the place and the lady that ran the whole thing. And I'm
like two scenes.
Yeah, but I'm not doing this. I can't watch this.
Yeah.
But if we get some Real Housewives. That said, if we get the Real Housewives of Atlanta to sponsor and to be fans of Georgia State, hell, I'll struggle through.
Look, people that want to donate a lot of money to our program, I will just take it. Like,
there's so much.
What do you want to do? You want a reality TV show? Okay. What do you want to do? You want to do pranks in the stadium? Yeah, sure. Go.
Pretty
go
sure
for
Ryan
it.
said anyone that wants to donate large amounts of money, Ryan will take it.
I mean.
Yeah.
Outside, look at all the college towns outside of the USC and UCLA. What college town has as much entertainment industry bigwigs in it as Atlanta does, as Georgia State does? Why can't we get some of that?
I guess Las Vegas, but that's different entertainment.
Yeah, Vegas is a weird thing. Like, even people in Vegas, like. There's residential Vegas and there's what everyone else knows as Vegas, and they're two different things.
They're vastly different. They have their own casinos for the locals too.
Ooh, what were you gonna say?
Those people.
those
people.
Those veganites.
Yeah, I've heard do not
the
leave
vegans.
The strip.
The vegans.
I've left the strip. It's fine.
Yeah.
Vegans.
Stations casinos, they're the ones scattered all around the edge of Vegas. Locals like to go there. Yeah.
I would love. That's what I like about traveling is I like to go to the locals places. I don't want to go to the I've been to Vegas. I did all the trendy stuff. But yeah, sure. If I knew someone that lived in Vegas, I'm like, where do you go? What's your bar? What's your sports bar? Where do you hang out? Like, that's what I want to do.
They don't go to the strip. That's for damn sure.
Why would you? I don't. Yeah. Absolutely. I wouldn't want to do that. So how do you
really want to go to Vegas? So I mean, there's that. Vegas.
You don't want to go to
terrible.
Have you been to? You've never been to Vegas?
No, I haven't. It doesn't sound good.
Oh no, you should go once.
Especially the only thing that they had going for them was a bunch of free food, right, or cheap food if you're like gambling in the casino. But apparently, all that's gone away.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's been a while since I've been, but when
apparently,
I went there was
changing there.
$5 T-bone steak buffets were a regular item.
I'm in. If I gamble $10 and have a however many money you just said T-bone, however many money, what the fuck is that?
I will say that when you get the $5 T-bone, I've had beef jerky from Buc-ee's that is thicker steak than that $5 T-bone.
Yeah, but you can get two.
Shaved razor thin.
I can afford $10. I've got a degree from Georgia State. I can afford $10 for a steak.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares? You get two. You get three. It's still cheaper than a steak. Anywhere else.
Just keep on piling them on. All right, I'm officially out of beer, so now I'm just going purely onto the liquor. So I only had one beer tonight.
So we are playing Marshall this week, right? You want to get back to that?
Yep. On Friday. I mean, on Saturday.
So I'm not all. I think we somehow got off course when we talked about injuries. Maybe.
Yes, go for it.
So I mean, if he's injured, he's their star running back. I mean, that sounds really good for us for pulling away with a W.
And I also, we talk about the fan base not having a lot of fans. I still think getting Marshall at home along as Appy State and JMU are good things for us. Get them out of their element. Get them in not to say it's a hostile environment in the least, but just get them out of that team, that fan base cheering for them. Let them get down a little bit and have to try to claw their way back without a fan base cheering for them. I think that it's a good spot for us to be in. And this is Ryan, you and I talked about this right before we came on here. Chris Hilliard wrote a great little piece on Panther Talk about defining moments. And it's not something that I really thought about ahead of time, but it makes a lot of sense. This could be a defining moment for the program. It doesn't have to be. Losing this game doesn't really mean anything, but winning this game could mean a huge thing. We're on national television again. Against a team that everyone's heard of Marshall. Everyone knows Marshall. Everyone has thought Marshall is a better team than they've only been FBS for 20 or 30 years.
I think at this point, they're supposed to win the East. So
yeah, they look good. They look good.
They do look good.
So this could be a very defining moment where everyone takes a step back and says, "Whoa, look at Georgia State!" And then on top of that, we got announced as having another ESPN game at Lafayette the following week. Hell, we're in everybody's eyeballs. There's more people watching Georgia State outside of the state of Georgia than there are inside of Center Park Stadium.
ESPN, they just keep giving us these opportunities to show out. We got to take one of them.
Well,
right?
we have one now on national television. I feel like the stigma of losing on national TV is shaken off. We're on our way out of that.
We've got that done.
Wait, we beat Coastal. That's the one primetime win we have, right?
Done.
Yep.
So all right, cool.
And then Troy.
Yeah. What was that? That wasn't. That was a plus, right? That was a pluser.
Was it a plus?
I'm pretty sure that's a plus.
I don't know where I watched.
I don't remember. We always go to the game, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's where I watched that.
Where was I? Was I at that game?
You were at that game.
I was, and I'll be at the rest, unlike some people.
Ooh, getting called out.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss this week. I'm not gonna be there. You don't want me. You don't want me to be there.
We need you.
You don't want me to be there.
Okay. Why not?
I'll have all three of my kids with me, and I don't even want to hang out with them. You don't. I know you don't want to hang out with them.
That would be a tough act to juggle.
Well, the thing is I will tell you that I want to hang out with them, and then when you bring them, I won't.
Just bail.
What if?
Yeah, I would bail.
Yeah. What if you had? What if you had a babysitter that comes to the game instead of watches your kids at home?
I got a ticket.
Tim, you're gonna watch my kids for me? Thank
you,
man. I appreciate that.
I said a babysitter, not me.
Nah, man, dude, these kids are young. They're tiny.
It's too many hours.
The old kids bedtime is 30 minutes before kickoff, and the little one is like 2 hours before that. So
we got that stadium club that no one uses. Just put them in there.
I'm not. No, the kids need to be in bed. Well, at least at minimum, the little one needs to be at home in bed. Like even if I want to terrorize the entire stadium, we could probably win the game. I just go sit lower level and put my little kids down there. They'll find their way in the field and just terrorize the thundering herd so much they're like, just can we leave Atlanta? This place sucks. These kids are horrible.
So I was so proud that Lizzie liked loved the game and had a good time. And then I went to her school and we had a parent teacher conference thing, and I was like, oh my god, it was so cool because she really expressed a lot of excitement about this. And they were like, Yeah, we know. She basically came to school the next day and said, "Guess what time I went to bed last night?"
Yeah.
It's like 11
so
o'clock,
that's what she
you know?
liked. That's what she liked. She didn't like the game at all. She didn't care at all. She just liked the fact that she had to go to bed late.
And all I'm gonna say there is another fan of the late games.
Yeah, because you said she passed right the hell out right as soon as she got
did.
home. It's just done.
She did. She did, but she had a good time. I pulled her back on the wagon, and it was good.
We do have a question from the State of Atlanta chat.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Grant wants to know if we're gonna have a tailgate this week. And of course, Grant, come on. What kind of dumb question is that? It's State of Atlanta.
Of course, Tim and Ryan will have a tailgate this week. What are you thinking?
Duh.
Well, what are you talking about? I set up most of last week, so.
Hey, and you whined about it for the entire day.
Because I was by myself.
Do you many times I hang out by myself? A lot.
I didn't whine. I just pointed it out that I was by myself setting it up.
Yeah, we're good. There'll be a tailgate.
Yeah. We'll be good.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
And Grant, you can help me again if it's me and you.
And what's the theme, guys? What's going on up there? I'm gonna miss it.
A thundering herd. Buffalo, right? Is that like buffalo wings? What is a herd? What is the herd? What is the herd?
Wings would be actually pretty good for
do some bison burgers. Oh, some bison burgers sound good.
Is that what it is a herd of? I actually don't know.
I don't know what they are. Buffaloes?
That's what entered my head, but then I was like, West Virginia. That doesn't make any sense.
Are they magical buffaloes?
Yeah, I don't know. They like mountains. They're mountain goats. Herds of mountain goats.
I don't know what a thundering herd would be. I guess it's a buffalo.
Bison.
It's gotta be a buffalo, right? It's bison, right?
All right,
It's
cool.
bison.
I'm glad everybody agrees. I said it out loud and was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want bison
be
burgers.
quiet, by the
F
way.
bison burgers. Sorry.
Green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham.
Oof. Because they're green.
Yeah, that's what I was stretching for.
All right.
For that,
I think eggs have been a failure at tailgates.
They are difficult. They're very, very difficult. I'm not a big egg fan.
I mean, I like eggs, but they gotta be hot. You cannot have cold eggs.
Eggs at a tailgate sounds weird. I don't know.
Cold, rubbery eggs. There's like nothing.
So as much as I talk about the pizza, right? The pizza that I love, the breakfast pizza with egg on it, I was not a fan of because it's like, like it can only sit for so long. It can only sit for like a couple minutes before it's like, I don't want this.
Before I make you vomit.
Because it wasn't cheese, it was like egg.
Yeah, I'm not a big egg fan.
I like eggs, but I just need them to be a certain way. They get bad.
Yeah, I like eggs as a topping. Like eggs.
Eggs are great. They add a lot of flavor to things for sure.
I like eggs on my food, but you know what I don't like? I do like a fried egg on my burger. I don't like paying $3.50 extra for it.
Yeah, eggs don't cost that much.
No, I know eggs are expensive right now. I know they're expensive.
Not that much.
Yeah,
they're
not
$3.50. Still like $3 something, right?
And the labor to fry a runny egg is not $3.50 for the 45 seconds it takes to make that egg. So I do like eggs as toppings. I don't like paying $3.50 for a egg on my burger.
You still on board to drop off equipment and stuff to Ryan's place?
Yeah, I'll drop off all the post-meridium stuff and all the signage and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I'll
my house?
you.
Yeah, you.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And then Tim's going to pick up the Mac deal, and we'll have our sponsorship going on.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
We're good.
Speaking of which, I gave my grandpa one of our post-meridium gimlets out of my cooler that I left at his house.
Oops.
And he took one swig of it and was just like, "Ooh, that's a good drink."
Now,
I was like, "Yeah, I told you."
You did give him the swig out of a glass of ice, not straight out of the can.
So he wasn't gonna, and I was like, "You have to pour it on some ice. I don't want you to try it without that." He was gonna do it without. And
The chemistry dictates it's got to have.
I'm not gonna let you do this to yourself or let you get an opinion of this without it. But he did tell me next time he goes to the liquor store, he is gonna pick some of those up, and he is a vodka tonic guy.
Oh, there you go. See,
do we have enough cocktails, David? Because we hear you're plowing through them.
No, I've had one tonight.
We'll start the counter. Let's get a counter going.
but I may be getting I got some old fashions right here in this little cooler with some cool little big ice cubes. So
For those of you listening out on the podcast right now, there was an episode where all we drank were these cocktails.
We were pretty drunk.
We
it's the
were
best. It's the
stupid
best
drunk.
episode we've ever done, like hands down. Also, Post Meridian has these little molds that I can make these perfect like little square ice cubes
That's pretty cool.
that I can put in here. Maybe we can get some of those out to give to some peeps. This is an old fashioned. We're on the old fashioned route now.
Gotta have
Yeah.
the ice, right? Gotta have the nice ice, big block of ice.
Exactly.
What'd you start with?
Southside, little
I
gin
still haven't
mint
had one of those yet. I'm gonna try
It's
one.
basically a gimlet with mint.
and gin instead of vodka. Well,
Yeah, gimlets have gin.
yes, I know, but their gimlets are vodka gimlets. So
Yeah, right.
all right. Did you guys watch other games last week? Other Sunbelt games?
I felt like I caught pieces of games, maybe.
I watched
Yeah.
Texas A&M and I watched
That's
one
not-
other
that's not-
game.
Alabama. No.
That
Yeah, I
was
watched
not-
Alabama. Those are
That
the
was
two
not-
games I
that-
watched.
That was not the question. I was Sunbelt games. asked
I
about
think I
Sunbelt
watched
games.
some of the Marshall, NC State, just a little bit.
Yeah,
That's about
yeah.
it. Everything else, not really. Looked at
Marshall-
the scores every so often.
Marshall lost to NC State in a shootout, 41-48. Texas State, who was like looking good, lost to Lafayette. So
Ooh.
like up and down, 30-34. So still a close game. Troy took it to Arkansas State.
Who?
Arkansas. Troy State took it to Arkansas State in a hard way.
Did they have like a
37.
last minute garbage time score too, or no?
If they had a garbage time, yeah, maybe they did. Yeah, I was
Just
thinking
piling
even-
on. That's their MO.
But Southern Miss is the big disappointment. They one of the teams I was the most excited about joining because like the history, the nostalgia of Southern Miss, the Brett Favre team, all that kind of stuff. They're 0-3 in conference right now, and they lost to ODU, who is the perennial favorite to be the worst team in the East, 17-13.
Perennial.
So-
They've only been in the conference like a year, 2 years, whatever.
No, I don't know. I don't know what adjectives are.
I will
Okay.
say the self-loathing of Southern Miss is next level. They beat us in self-loathing.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
But
Like
you know
you
why?
see any of their posts, it is like a bloodbath.
And you know
Oh, no.
why? Because they don't beat us on the field. We, as bad as we were last season, Southern Miss is
That's
one of our
true.
wins.
Ah.
we went to Hattiesburg.
We took it to
and,
'em.
and we took it to them. Yeah, yeah.
Womp
That's how bad they are.
Womp womp.
I still like Southern Miss. I do too.
That was good. Good ad.
I'm glad they're in the conference.
Oh,
Southern Miss
they're
and
great
Marshall. Southern Miss and Marshall, the two teams. I feel like just the name brand brought some relevancy to the Sun Belt that was much needed. If we're going to be here, let's have some teams people
I think we're gonna be here, David.
have heard
I
of.
don't think we're gonna get going anywhere else. How about that?
Which is a great segue into realignment.
If we're done on all the Sun Belt stuff, sure, hell yeah, let's do it.
Well, I don't care if we're done. It was a segue. That's all I was saying.
yeah, we can segue back. We're good at that.
We were all over the place.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can bounce. We can bounce back all the time we want. It's fine.
So there's some internet news or internet rumors
Is
that
it real?
well, so this particular guy I sent the tweet out, the X out, whatever it's called, out about Jim Williams. He's not known for being very accurate about stuff, or at least being very representative. But what he says is, the ACC, in an effort to look at who they're going to replace when FSU and Clemson and
Miami.
leave,
I think so. Yeah.
that they've been in talks with or have been looking at considerations. Thought gray matter has been processing the following schools to add to the ACC when they leave, and in order: Tulane, South Florida, Memphis, UAB, East Carolina, and Tulsa.
Well, as a homer, I'm going to go ahead and choose to hear what you said about him not being right, and it being that he is a little bit right about that they're looking at other teams, but he's not right about the teams, and that it's us.
We're the secret. We're the big
It's
secret.
us.
Also-
Special sauce.
So that's the question. So on one hand, you see something like this, and you're like, all right, the fact that these teams are being considered for the ACC in whatever variation the ACC is going to become after all these changes happen, does this highlight the fact that Georgia State turned down an option to go to the American Conference? Or do we need to even be in the American Conference for to be considered? And then on the other side, does it really matter at all? Because Georgia Tech's never going to approve a team a mile and a half down the road from being in the conference with them.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, there's a lot of content there. Jeez.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they let us in?
Yeah. Anyone can answer. Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't they?
I mean,
I would love to hear.
I don't know if we'd get an invite to get in if Georgia Tech's still there.
I know, but why? What would they have against us?
Well, they'll argue that it brings nothing to the table because it's the same
half the market,
same brand. Right. My rebuttal to that would be
doubles the market.
Do you have that market?
Atlanta's crazy, right? Atlanta's like a weird market. We've got a market of lots of different teams. Georgia Tech doesn't have the Atlanta market. That's not. Nobody would say that, right?
It'll aggregate to the market. Right?
Their biggest fan base is probably in Houston and Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Georgia has the Atlanta market. If you want to like really just assign something, probably
the entire state market.
Exactly. And so like Georgia Tech, like they can't claim Atlanta. Atlanta is like just this like combination of all kinds of things. If anything, we could say that our alumni base in Atlanta, which is like what, over 300K or something stupid, is like just it's something that we can reach out to. We've got a lot of potential.
Playing an annual game against Georgia Tech would be the most amazing thing ever.
Yes.
For us, not for them. I don't think they want that, but
I think they would. I think eventually, like, it would only take a couple of years before they would be like, yeah, this is good. This is good for our program. It wouldn't take that long. Like we would fill, like people would fill that stadium. Georgia State fans that don't come to any other game would
go to that game. Sure.
We'll find out next year. When we play at Bobby Dodd. We'll see what kind of turnout we get for that game. And
there's going to be competition for those away tickets.
And I think that's opening weekend. I think that's August 31st. I think it's the first that week one game. So.
Oh God, Midtown's going to be popping.
Is it a Thursday night game?
No, it's a Saturday game.
Oh, okay.
It's a Saturday game.
That's 31st, right?
I'm just thinking about like Dragon Con and like all the Midtown things that are happening and like playing in Midtown for Tech.
Yeah, and whatever the SEC, ACC, Chick-fil-A,
exactly. It's going to be just a
going on.
Football madhouse, just a nerd madhouse. Because I think football fans are nerds too. I don't think there's any difference between football fans and Dragon Con fans.
Let's get some Dragon Con people to dress up as panthers and bees.
I'll do it.
Different variations.
Well, there is a big furry group at Dragon Con. I'm sure that you'll have plenty of panthers and
I didn't know about that, David.
And other stuff.
I didn't know about that.
I scour the book and I look at the different things that are going on.
Yeah.
See what's interesting.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I always enjoy myself.
Good answer.
No, but like, so back to the original question was,
which one?
How does this make you feel about seeing these teams possibly on the ACC short list and Georgia State turning down that American not offer, but shutting down the offer before it came here?
I mean, I can get some of the schools they have listed there, just academics wise. I don't think we're on that same level, but I don't know. I mean, we could go from Sunbelt to ACC, right? Why not?
I know, right?
We were talking about the same thing going to the AAC, right?
And you got to remember also the ACC is adding SMU and the Stanford and Cal or whoever who they had,
and you got UAB, ECU. I have no clue about Tulsa. Don't even ask. We drove by it when we were out there for the basketball tournament a couple years ago.
I'm still
all about Georgia State should be in a conference with UAB until Georgia State's so good that they deserve to be in a better conference.
No, we're a package deal. Wherever UAB goes, we should go.
Look,
I don't think
I actually do
UAB
think
gives
if
a
UAB
flying
is,
F about us.
No.
So
I think if UAB is being considered, it's rather silly if we're not on the list because we are very similar, athletic wise and educational wise. Like
they have a medical college.
we're on par. Whatever.
Yeah.
And we have something they don't have. I don't know.
We have Grady on campus.
Yeah, well, we don't teach there. So yet.
But
I just think that, like, looking at that list, there's no reason we don't belong there. And I don't think it's because of some arbitrary label, like whether or not you're part of the AAC or part of the Sun Belt. I think they're going to look at teams that are ready to move up to that position. It's not just going to be about what conference you're in. So, like, I still think that not being in the AAC is fine.
I don't know if not being in the AAC is fine, or I'm going to go back to Tech not wanting Georgia State in
Sure.
conference.
Tech would veto it in 2 seconds.
Have they done that?
No, but I mean, they don't like us at all. Like,
I don't know that.
we're kind of
That
a
makes me
threat
feel
slightly.
good.
I know.
I don't think that Georgia even knows that we're a school.
They don't.
If Tech doesn't like us, that means they know who we are.
I don't know if they don't. They're scheduling us, right? We have home homes happening. I don't know that they don't like.
I don't know how that home and home happened. That was
in other states, right?
So it was COVID scheduled, right? I'm thinking about it. I was up in my office, and when I saw that come, and I want to say it was, as always, it was the day after we recorded an episode. Like the very next morning, they scheduled the home and home with Tech. I'm like, of course you did. Yeah, F you, Tech, for announcing this.
We just need another COVID in order to get another home and home series with them.
Or just join the conference.
Or Georgia.
In other states, it seems like the in-house rivalry or whatever between like the lower tier and upper tier, it varies greatly. Like there are some states where they play every single year, and there are other states where they're like, we refuse. And like I don't know that Tech. I feel like Georgia probably has let us know, like with the complete like nothing, like we just have nothing from them. I mean, we have the introductory. We were supposed to have them in the Georgia Dome, and
how great would that have been? How great would that have been?
Yeah, exactly. But who knows how serious that was, or if they were just like shooting for the stars, thinking that would be great or whatever. But like Georgia Tech, to me, hasn't displayed that like against us, right? I don't feel like they've actually expressed it. So like I don't know where we stand yet. And I'm excited to see where we stand, but I'm not sure where we stand.
They don't like us because they think we'll take away from what,
because they ain't us.
What? Yeah, I wish
they hate us because they ain't us.
No, because they think we'll take away from any spotlight that they have,
as we should.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Right.
So that win at Bobby Dodd next season. That's going to be.
We're going out all night if that happens, guys. I mean,
yeah.
Forget it.
Oh, that's Cheetah, right? That's like a go across the highway.
It is across the highway.
Oh yeah. That's
the after party.
Boom.
Because a cheetah's a panther, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
It's in the family.
If they're not, whatever.
They are that night.
Did you know I'm a Panther fan and you're a cheetah?
What does that get me?
Rare. We get out of there for $1,000, whatever. Sorry, cheetah's so expensive.
It's ridiculous.
Just to get in.
It's like we get in for free with our ticket stubs.
Yeah, you gotta have a ticket stub. But they don't do ticket stub. They give you a discount.
They don't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with Ryan, when you and I went, they wouldn't give us a discount. They wouldn't let us in. We had to pay for it.
I don't remember that because I was.
Yeah, because I paid for it.
Oh, nice. Thanks, David. I bought some drinks for strippers.
for entertainers, dancers.
Entertainment. Yes, for entertainment.
No.
I'm the asshole that wants to talk to strippers. So
pretty sure they just want your money.
I was like, we're not gonna pay you for a lap dance, but like, if you want to drink and you just want to hang out, that's cool. And
then they asked for money for that. Like, don't pay for our time. Like, we were very clear about this. Like,
we were super clear.
We just wanted to hang out.
We will buy you a drink, and that's all we're doing. Yeah.
But by hang out, we mean not have sex, just hang out.
Or anything close to it.
Ryan, I ended up going to the Cheetah. This is more last call conversation, but I ended up going to the Cheetah a few weeks after that with a buddy of mine, and I found a new trick, and it was great. We got there, and he immediately just went VIP with two of the dancers, and people kept on were coming up to me, and I'm just sitting there drinking. I was like, no, my buddy hit it. My buddy hit it big in the .com era. He's a high school friend of mine. So now he just pays me to hang out with him. I can't go anywhere. I got to stay here in case he comes back. And I got to be. So I had multiple dancers come up to me and like try to get me to get dances or do whatever. Like, no. I'm on the clock. I'm working with my buddy's paying me to be here with him. When he got out of VIP with those other two girls, he was flocked by women. They thought he was the richest guy in the world. He loved it. He loved it. And I just kind of sat there drinking my beer going, I am being good to my wife right now.
Good for you, sir. So Denver sent me a text that said, panthers are not a separate species, but is just a melanistic morph of cheetahs and leopards. Does that mean that they're cheetahs and leopards? I have no clue.
So there's no such thing as a panther. There's no.
Well, it's a family.
Wait, you guys have
Panthera.
There's no individual animal called a panther. There's the Panthera class family.
Panthera.
That's the guy from Thundercats.
I know
Georgia
he's the
State
best from
Panthers?
Thundercats.
He was pretty bad at. I mean, Chitara. Chitara. Let's not kid ourselves.
I mean, I guess if you're into that sort of thing.
I like gingers. Not you, but gingers.
I'm not a ginger. Holy crap. Brown hair.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. You go with that, Ryan. You go with that.
He knows
All
he's
right.
being an asshole.
I'm doing it on purpose.
You guys got kids? Make them do some kind of book report research thing on panthers.
That's a good idea.
I do like that idea.
Let them do all the work, and then we can use it.
You get kids book report about.
What does the word melanistic mean?
I don't know.
Is that like that to do with like your skin color, your skin tone?
I don't know. Denver clarified panthers are just darker cheetahs. So yeah, I think
so. It is.
So then the cheetah is
skin color.
I think it is that. Yeah.
So we're destined for the cheetah then.
Yeah.
After Georgia State beats Georgia Tech next year to start off the football season, we will have a State of Atlanta party at the Cheetah.
We should at least attempt to get in being like, we're the Panthers. What? Like we should just try.
We should go find Pounce, steal the mascot costume, and try to get in.
Cheetah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is basically a cheetah.
Let me in.
It's a melanistic morph of a cheetah.
I think we are ready to go to last call, guys.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, we're already in last call pretty hard.
Thanks everybody for listening. We're going to keep this conversation going, and who knows how much further it's going to go, but we can curse when we go there, even though Ryan already dropped that F-bomb earlier tonight. Thanks for listening. You can find it on our Patreon page, patreon.com/State of Atlanta. It is free of charge. Don't have to join, but you get a little bit earlier if you do join. You also get access to our private group chat, discounts on merchandise, get to watch the live streams, comment, all that kind of fun stuff. So please consider doing so. And free alcohol at tailgates.
What? Free booze.
$5 a month to drink all you want that we have at tailgates. Come on, can't beat that.
6 days a year.
Patreon. Well, no, we're doing this through basketball, buddy.
Oh,
this is rolling.
good.
This is rolling through basketball.
Sorry.
This is every Georgia State tailgate. If we do a tailgate, we're getting sponsored. So
is the deck going to be finished in time or no?
Oh no.
It doesn't matter. We're in tailgate.
So far away.
Yeah. But thanks for listening. We're going to last call. Find it patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Thanks for listening. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.